Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Toon Review. I hope you've had an absolutely cracking weekend. Certainly the heat's been up there. Sleepless nights and puppies screaming. But you know what? It's all good. I am joined tonight by the one, the only, Mr. Billy Trey. Good evening.
Good evening, and good evening to all the Toon Review Mastiff, the Magpie Mastiff, and all the fantastic, shiny, happy people out there in Viewerland.
Indeed, shiny, happy people. Newcastle United news. We have a channel announcement, actually, which we'll announce in around 10 minutes' time once everybody gets themselves into the stream, because we know there's always some late comers, but some very exciting news for the channel. And Newcastle United news, Billy. I think we've got to start off with the Ekitike one. Of course, Ekitike, still rumoured to be Newcastle United's target. Now, I put out on social media yesterday, Billy, regarding Ekitike, saying that we are squad building because everybody seems to be putting 2 and 2 together and getting 6, 7, 8, whatever it may be, because they're thinking that if we going for Ekitike, that must mean that Isak's going to Liverpool. Now, I don't agree with that at all. I just think we're building a big squad here, and we're building a very exciting squad. Eddie may well look at going 4-4-2 at times next season, but we're going to be playing on 4 fronts next season: the FA Cup, the Carabao, the Champions League, and the League. There is no way that he's going to go with just Isak. I know we got a Sula there, but there's no way Isak's going to be getting that workload.
I agree. And let's not forget that Ekitike has been on the radar since day one. Before Ashworth, before Mitchell, this was Nixon and Eddie Howe, I guess. So this is a player that's been kind of linked and wanted by the management and the scouting team since day one. Now, at the time, we could have signed him for chicken feed compared to what we have to pay for him now.
Yeah.
£86 million is the rumoured sum that they want for him. Frankfurt, isn't it, he plays for?
Yes.
And I'm amazed we're going to do that, but it would be a great signing if we did get him.
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, to have backup, to have the choice of playing him with Isak, I think they're a bit similar for him to kind of work, but you never know. It might work, it might work in one-off situations, because we know Isak isn't going to be able to play 62 games or however many games it is in one season. And for me, it's a sign that we are competitive, or trying to be competitive in every competition. So if Ekitike comes, yes, at some point you would expect a sale, but whether it's Isak or not, I don't think he would be. I don't see the point in signing an £86 million player just to sell one that's probably double that. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, the thing that doesn't make, I mean, look, it may well be that Anthony Gordon, there's talk about Liverpool still being interested in him.
Yeah.
Or maybe, Isak. Listen, I'm not expecting Isak to spend the rest of his career at Newcastle United, especially if a Real Madrid come calling, okay? So there will be that kind of happening in I don't know, a year, 2 years, whatever it may be. I don't expect Isak to stay forever, but Ekitike, he's young, he's hungry, he's really come on leaps and bounds. I'm not sure whether he still has the same agent or not that he did with all that rigmarole a couple of years back, but I think a lot of lessons were learned from that whole stuff going on. But I mean, Abs is saying there, Ekitike won't come to warm the bench. He's not coming to warm the bench. He'll be part of a rotation system that Eddie Howe is desperate to have at Newcastle United. Now, look, I think the price for Ekitike, with people talking 80-odd million, I think it's a little high, if you ask me. I really do. But this is, he's a striker, and strikers don't come cheap. We know that. But if some people say, no, we don't have the money, we don't have the... Nobody knows that we don't have the money. If we're targeting Ekitike, there's obviously a reason why. But at the minute, I mean, look, do I think he'll come? I'm probably 70-30 saying no. I don't think he will. But Newcastle are obviously making a positive move to try and get another striker in, Billy, which means that Eddie's obviously wanting to rotate next season.
It's all about the ambition for me. All about the ambition. Four tournaments, cups, trophies, call it what you want. That we're going to be competitive in all. And when we have a Premier League game on the Sunday, potentially away to somebody, and then a Champions League game away to one on the Wednesday, then you alternate between Ekitike and Isak if he comes, of course, Ekitike, and it makes us competitive in both of the games. And yeah, that's something we haven't had before. We've had to scrape Isak off the floor and get him back on the pitch again on a Wednesday. And we see that's over in the Champions League. Then he couldn't walk after 70 minutes because he was knackered.
Well, he was completely done at the end of last season, wasn't he? I mean, it wasn't just the odd game. The last 5 or 6 games of the season, at least, he looked a shadow of the player that we know he is. And obviously, we're not sure whether he was carrying a knock as well, which wouldn't have helped. But he played so much, and we don't want to run players like Isak into the ground. You look at the top teams around the world, and they rotate. They've got rotation in place to be able to compete at the highest level. And, we've been told many, many times by the owners that is where they want to be. That's the goal that they want to achieve. So if we get into that sort of position where we're looking at players, in each position to have 2 very, very, very good players, then why not? If we've got the money, and I'm not saying for 1 second we have, but if we have got the money, then why not look at these players?
Absolutely. And if the rumours are correct about us wanting to sell Joe Willock, Sean Longstaff, that sales fees amortised pays for Ekitike. So we do have the money indirectly. So wouldn't worry about the finances side of it. If we couldn't afford him, we wouldn't be after him.
No,
I don't think we'll get Ekitike personally. I don't think he'll come. I don't think he wanted to come last time. I don't think he'll want to come again. I think he's happy in Germany for now. I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe.
But the thing is, Billy, right? If we do go for him and if there's any official bid comes in, etc., then there's a reason for that. Obviously, Eddie has plans and he knows he's not going to spend that money for somebody just to come and be a bench warmer. That's not how it works anymore.
Absolutely not.
We are playing on 4 competition fronts next season, and we need a squad, and we need very good players to rotate. How many times have we said, during commentaries, Billy, or, during shows, that we want to see quality that comes off the pitch replaced by quality that comes on? Ekitike could start games. Isak could start games. They could just change over. But
yeah,
I'm with you. I'm not 100% convinced this is going to happen. And there's certainly been no news of whether we're going to put an official bid in or anything like that right now. But it might. And I think, everybody just sort of putting it in the trash bin and saying that it's not going to happen. I don't know how you can say that, because it would be a hell of a signing. Absolutely. And if we're looking for another striker, if the money's there, and as I say, whether he wants to come or not, we'll have to wait and see if there's any sort of bid comes in. But hey, we've got to be open to doing this, guys. We've got to be open to having quality in every position, more than one player.
I mean, I said he wouldn't come, but surely if you're chased by the same club over 4 years, you'd think they do. That's they really see something in me. I think I'll be at home there. Maybe you'll feel like that.
Well, it's all about selling the club, isn't it? It's all about selling the club again. And interestingly enough, talking about selling the club, I was just reading before we went live there that on the Elanga situation, Jamie Rubin actually stepped in to finish the deal off because he's very good friends with Marinakis at Nottingham Forest. So he joined in to get the negotiations and get that deal sorted. So great work from Jamie Rubin, absolutely. But again, it goes to show that if you have good relationships with other people who are in different football clubs, then you can achieve something. Don't do what Tottenham Hotspur have done and go behind everybody's back and sort of poach a player, because that's all up in the air now, isn't it, for Gibbs White? That it's not happening at the moment. And Tottenham have gone about it the wrong way. But if you can do things the right way, then things can happen. But my only concern is, Billy, this sort of, Keith Downey said it again on his video the other day that we're just working on one player at a time. And it kind of thinks, well, that slows the whole process right down.
It does, yeah, it does. Surely we've got more than one hand, multitasking. Maybe they do need a woman on board. Maybe that's where we do like a feminine touch.
Yeah,
because it seems like Mr. Howe or whoever's in charge of it can't get more than one thing at a time done.
Yeah,
ridiculous, really.
Well, I mean, look, James Trafford is still God knows where on the agenda, and I have to say, there's nothing much else. Scalvini, again, there's interest there, but Atalanta wanting a lot of money for him. So will that happen? It's clear that we're after top-class players, though, whether you believe these reports or not. I mean, I think, to be fair, the Trafford one and Scalvini one have been around for a long time. I definitely think there's no smoke without fire, Billy, in that circumstances. So I do genuinely think that is a target of Newcastle United, those two players. But the Trafford one's been at 99% for God knows how long. It's like when you used to, before the days of fast internet, when you were on dial-up, it used to get to 99%, and then it used to, that 1% used to take literally forever. Or when you used to download something, it was like, oh, Jesus, it gets to 99%, and then you think, oh, I'm going to bed, and, you hope it's done by next morning. But I just think Ekitike would give us so many different options. And if it was Anthony Gordon to go, Billy, then I'm not particularly worried about that, because both Isak and Ekitike have been known to play on the left before. We've got Harvey Barnes there. It's not all doom and gloom. We get the money for Gordon, which basically pays for Ekitike.
Yeah, but I think we'd still want the left winger. I don't think we'd be able to go into the season having your two strikers alternate on the left-hand side. It defeats the object, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
To be honest.
Well, it does, but if Gordon wanted to go, then...
Yeah, if we get the bid from Liverpool and he wants to go, then I don't think anything you can do, really. But you want at least 100 for him, and I'm not sure Liverpool will pay that, but there you go.
Well, some Liverpool channels over the weekend have been saying that they reckon they can get him for around 50 to 60.
Absolutely not. No chance.
There's no way Newcastle United would agree to that, unless there was a player coming the other way as well. As for what player? Harvey Elliott?
Yeah, I'll accept that.
I mean, if you were Newcastle owners, Billy, or Eddie Howe, and somebody came knocking, Liverpool came knocking for Gordon, and you know that there's a possibility we're going to bring Ekitike in, and then, of course, surely Harvey Elliott then becomes a player in that conversation.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I kind of think that now we've got Elanga, that Elliott's not as important, but he can still cover both sides of the midfield for eights. And I think he could play on the left-hand side as well. And Mudphy Farmer, the going rate for Anthony Gordon is £100 million, mate. Simple as that. Saying to stop smoking that stuff.
It is.
Absolutely not.
It's been reported by many of the Northeast journalists that Newcastle, I think probably, Billy, if I'm being openly honest, probably around 80 to 90 maybe, but 100 million certainly not out of the question, but definitely not 50 to 60 unless you were putting Harvey Barnes in that deal, Harvey Elliott in that deal.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think people that are saying if we're going to sell a left winger, get rid of Barnes, I think you've been very unfair to Harvey Barnes, because for me, he was very productive last season and really turned people's opinions of him.
He certainly turned mine.
Yeah, I thought he was superb, Harvey Barnes. I really did enjoy watching him, and I think he's still got a lot to offer. So it's exciting for me, Billy, because obviously we are looking at top class players. Whether we get them or not is a different kettle of fish. But it says to me that Eddie is maybe just looking at something different from the 4-3-3 that we've been renowned for over the last few seasons. That we've all said many times. We think teams have worked us out sometimes, and we don't really have a different option. With these players, he's got options to change the tactics, change the system, do something different.
Yeah, and I still think we need more players on top of that. So,
yeah,
with a 3-5-2, we could do that with two strikers. But there's other things. We definitely need a centre back. We definitely need more midfield players. So I don't see whoever we buy next, whether it's Ekitike or somebody else, that being the end of our transfer deal. Is absolutely not.
Well, speaking of midfielders, we'll come on to that in just a moment. We've got some super chats, etc., to read out while we've been talking there. So, Adam Bell, thank you for yours. If we get Ekitike, Scalvini, and Trafford, we can challenge for the league, in my opinion.
I agree.
I think we'll be up there. I think, it's a little bit early to go for the league just yet, in my opinion, but I'll tell you what, we won't be far away. I mean, the front line is already scary. You look at some other fan channels talking about our front three, even though a lot of the online merchants who still love the big six, apparently, don't seem to mention our front three. But that's got to be frightening to any defence, Billy, the sheer pace that we have there now. And it's not just pace, though. It's quality with the ball as well.
Well, if you've got those three that we've already got, we're talking the 3As. And then we've got Harvey Barnes, and then we signed Ekitike as well.
And Murphy. Let's not forget Murphy.
And Jacob Murphy. Let's not forget Jacob. Yeah, absolutely. And Willisula. I think that's the best forward line in the country.
Yeah, not many people can boast that sort of.
Not far from being the best in Europe either, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a strong forward lineup. Kari, thank you for your super chat. Billy, which player will you have to Newcastle? And Paul, which player do you want? Be realistic. Would you have some from Norway?
Haaland.
Yeah, Haaland probably, but I think he probably cost a bit too much for us right now. But yeah.
Any from Norway? I can't think any of others. I mean, the best ones are already in England, aren't they? The Ødegaards and people like that. But I've got it for me.
Yeah, you know what, Billy? I've forgot to stream this on Twitter tonight.
Oh well.
So
that's why I figured it down slightly then.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've still got well over 1,600 watching on YouTube, but which is fantastic for a Sunday evening, of course. We're very, very proud that we are, the most live watched Newcastle United channel, and you guys take the credit for that out there. Thank you so much for all the support. We really do appreciate it. I'm not sure, Kari, to be honest. I'd have to have a think.
Noosh is a good shout. Whoever said Noosh, Strand Larson, absolutely not. Couldn't finish in Milky Way after not eating for 3 days.
Did he not get better last season, Billy? I'm sure he got a little bit better.
He's a handful, but not for me.
Okay. Well, when Billy does that, it means no. We'll revisit that question, Kari. Certainly if we don't have a signing this week. Dan Robinson says, doesn't speak well for Andy if the boss steps in. Well, they're working together, aren't they? They're doing everything together along with Steve Nixon. Certainly, I think there's harmony there right now, which is a good thing.
It's going to be in there. They're related.
Yeah,
them two are falling out for so long.
Well, it happens, Billy.
I guess.
Ian McCubbin's been a member for 25 months now on the channel. Thank you, Ian. Would love to see Trafford and the Italian centre-back brought in first. And Chris Lynch says, get King Kev back in as an ambassador. I think he's past it now, doing sort of that. Shearer's there, though. I mean, just Shearer would do it for now. Biffed by Adam West says, I'll take Ekitike and Elliott for Gordon, plus £55 million.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I have to say.
I mean, we're linked with that Amari Hudson as well, aren't we? I mean, if we were to get him in, then that kind of softens the blow of Anthony Gordon going.
Indeed. Ollie says, Paul, will it be a show tomorrow? Because I go on holiday on Tuesday, so I want to download it for the flight. Yes, there will. We always do a show on Monday night. Sam and Stato should be back tomorrow night as well. Stato is still with his Nottingham friends. You say that better than me, Billy. I can't say that very well.
Nottingham friend.
Indeed.
Friend.
Anyway, guys, before we move on, we have a fantastic announcement to make. As you know, I said the other day that we had contacted Chesley Street Town ladies, to inquire about the Toon Review sponsoring, of course, former Newcastle United player Georgia Gibson next season. And I am delighted to say it has happened. We are sponsoring Georgia next season. For her first season with Chesley Street Town. It's a massive coup for the channel, really, to be able to do this, because she's obviously a top name at Chelsea Street Town after playing for Newcastle for many seasons, and it's brilliant for us as a channel because look, everybody knows that we are big supporters of women's football on this channel as well. We do obviously a separate show for Howard, the War Lasses show with Sam and Aaron. That will continue on next season as well. But Chelsea Street Town Ladies is a club that's very close to me, just a couple of miles away, if that, to be honest, where they play. Speaking to Mark, great guy, on the phone this afternoon to talk about how it's all going to work, and we want to be involved now with Chelsea Street Town Ladies Football Club as well. They're desperate for people to come in on board with sponsorships and money. They haven't got a lot going around at the minute. They've got a very strong team coming up this season, though, ready to go and hopefully achieve something brilliant. So I want to get involved as a business with the Toon Review to work alongside Chelsea Street Town Ladies for the foreseeable future now. Not just player sponsorship, but hopefully down the road, help them with some ideas and all sorts of stuff. So it's really going to be a partnership. There is going to be other sponsors, of course, but Mark did say that hopefully the partnership with the Toon Review is something that will grow over time as well. We get to go to the games. We get to speak to Georgia. Lily, my youngest, has an opportunity to be a mascot, and hopefully, if she's interested, and try and play for the young girls team. So it's very exciting for the channel. Georgia, of course, has been on this channel. Fantastic personality. Was really popular at Newcastle United, of course, scoring a few goals at the Gallagher end as well. And we are absolutely over the moon to get involved with Chelsea Street Town. And of course, Georgia herself. It's an incredible bit of news for the channel. And she's going to be a top player for Chelsea Street Town next season. There's no doubt about that. But they do have a great squad, and hopefully promotion, etc., can happen. But they are desperate for money. They're desperate for a lot of people to get involved. What's that? I'm not even going to read that out. Pathetic.
Yeah, take the misogynistic, sexist outlook away.
Yeah.
Lad.
Yeah, there's always one, isn't there? Go back to playing inside your curtains, mate. So yeah, we are absolutely buzzing for that. So we'll keep you posted throughout the season how they're doing. We'll hopefully maybe do some games with them as well. They do stream their games on YouTube, so we may do a few commentaries from time to time as well. But we really want to push Chelsea Street Town Ladies and the club in general out and get them some advertisement and hopefully help them a lot down the road. So thank you to Mark for getting back to me today, and we're delighted to be involved with the football club. So fantastic news for the Toon Review, and hopefully a long partnership with Chelsea Street Town as well. So thank you for all your support, which has enabled us to do such a great thing and help them on the way. Right, now let's move on to the midfield, Billy, because Conor Gallagher is still being spoken about. Now, I can't remember who it was that came out and said that Newcastle's interest in, I think it was Luke Edwards, actually, that said that the interest was wide of the mark. But it doesn't seem to be wide of the mark if you look at all the other journalists talking about it. He seems like a genuine target for Newcastle.
I hope not.
Now, Billy, I know you're not a fan of Conor Gallagher. However, for me, since he went to Madrid, he's been fantastic. He really has been fantastic.
The last couple of times he's played for England, he's been better. But I don't know. I've never been a fan of his. For me, he's getting away with murder because he looks like he's busy because his blonde hair. You can see him over everyone on the pitch, can't you? You kind of hide him behind that blonde hair, and not for me. I'm not a fan at all. I think it's just doesn't do enough for me. Doesn't do enough.
Is he better, or is he a player Eddie would want more than a Joe Willock or a Sean Longstaff?
Well, yeah, clearly. I mean, but I think Joe Willock has got more to his game from an attacking point of view than Conor Gallagher. But all round, I say Conor Gallagher is a fair defensive player, does the simple stuff nicely. Got a good engine on him, box to box. But it's just a bit meh for me.
Should we put a poll out, Billy, and see how the view? Because I'm seeing different opinions.
I think he'd be dear as well. I think to get him out of left Cambridge, I think you're talking a lot of money.
Well, apparently 45-50, Billy.
Not for me.
Some people are saying in the chat that you're just jealous because he's got hair.
It's a lovely mane he's got. Yeah, it's a lovely mullet.
Well, the poll's up now for you to go and vote, guys. It's simply Conor Gallagher, yes or no. Could he bring something different to Newcastle United? I mean, yeah, I saw that about Sky announcing a major transfer news last night, which was Andy Carroll. We'll come on to him, of course, signing for the Daggers. Kari are back with another super chat. Thank you, mate. Who will be first to win the biggest league, men or women for Newcastle? Billy and Paul, and women player from Norway to Newcastle would be fun. Kari, you are desperate to get some sort of Norwegian representation at Newcastle United.
Female-wise, I mean, there are some excellent Norwegian women. Hedgeberg certainly would be a great signing at some point. For Newcastle United, yeah, so I actually believe that the men will win the league within the next 3 or 4 years. I actually believe that. Yeah.
If we build properly, I can definitely see that happening. The women won't be far away, though.
No, I agree.
They've made some, obviously, some tough decisions over the summer. They've let a lot of players go, but they are starting to recruit again now with some already. Is it 2 Southampton players brought in last week? Very, very talented players as well. So I think Newcastle are going to be there or thereabouts up at the right end of the table this season. But whether they can get promotion after spending a season in the Championship, they know what it's all about now. But, you know, Durham are very strong again this year. So, you know, I don't know. But I think Billy's probably right. But to be fair, anything that Newcastle United win, both ladies and men, will be fantastic. So whoever's first,
don't matter, does it?
Doesn't matter. It's the club being pushed out there to the big wide world. Biff by Adam West says wonderful sponsorship and commitment to the ladies TTR. Thank you. Jason Booth says think Conor Gallagher would be a great signing. I mean,
why?
Well, why do you think he wouldn't, Billy? Do you not think he's got a lot of talent that we could use, especially going into the Champions League? He's played really well for Atletico in the Champions League last season, don't forget. So he's got experience as well.
He doesn't do it for me. I've got to be honest. He doesn't do it for me. And recent history, I guess, when I've last seen him play for England, he was okay. He looks like a better player. And maybe that's down to the fact he's being coached by Diego Simeone now. But I just don't see what he offers us. I don't see him coming in as a 6 because he's not in the same league as Tonali. He's not in the same league as Bruno. And he doesn't offer the physicality that Joe Linton does.
Yeah, but we're talking about what we talked about earlier.
He's not going to come as rotation. He'll want first-team football. He'll see Newcastle United. He'll see Newcastle United as a step down from Atletico Madrid. You can guarantee you that.
But he can't play every game. It's impossible.
Oh, I don't want him playing any games.
Well, but there's a World Cup year, let's not forget as well. So, listen, again, if we go for Conor Gallagher, then there is a reason why we're going for Conor Gallagher. Same as Ekitike.
He offers energy. That's what he offers, energy.
He does. But
that's
not great to put a tackle in.
Yeah, that's not enough for me to want to sign someone if you're going to be an elite team in England. Absolutely not.
What, do you not think with the ball he's any good, or do you just think he's...
Not really, no.
Interesting. Michael Burr says, where's it gone? I was up for Gallagher, and then the BB Messiah spoke.
The fact of the matter is he's very much like an elite version of Jeff Hendrick for me.
Oh, Billy.
I did say elite.
Well, is there an elite version of Jeff Hendrick?
Well, yeah, Conor Gallagher.
What?
Man.
See, it is about the haircut. I knew it. It's all about the hair with you, Trey. Sophie B says Joe Linton has a lot of injuries lately as well, so he could get game time.
That is true.
We can't play the same three midfielders every game.
Yeah, but we've also got other players, haven't we? We've got the likes of Lewis Miley that we expect will step up this season. I just don't see what Conor Gallagher offers us. The lad from Coventry, for me, offers us more. Jack Rudoni, and he might not step up to that level, but at least it's something different. He scores goals. He seems to know where to be at the right time. So it's a fantastic attribute to have, to know just the sixth sense, I guess.
Yeah, well, me and Alex spoke about him on Thursday night show last week because he was linked with us.
Yeah, he's got a sixth sense of knowing where the ball's going to be. He's a good finisher. But whether he does it in the Premier League, I'm not sure, because the worst game of the season he had, or the two worst games, were the two against Sunderland when it mattered.
Yeah. Daniela says Harvey Elliott is a wanted player by the issue Newcastle may have is if you for Elliott, Liverpool might try and add Isak to a swap and cash deal.
You'd say no.
Well, hopefully we would. Francisco, good evening. The voice over there in Puerto Rico. I would still go for the kid from Middlesbrough. Hackney.
Yeah, Hayden Hackney's a good player.
Who's got the manager's job there?
You know, I
can't remember.
It's sacked Carrick, didn't he?
Yes, they did. Cynical Jim says Gallagher would be decent cover for Tonali. Yeah, but if we're paying, I mean, it's a rumoured price of
Conor Gallagher would not want to come as cover for anyone.
I guess you're right. Hey, over 1,800 people watching alone on YouTube tonight. That is incredible. Thank you, guys. Please do drop a like if you're enjoying the show. And, of course, if you are new, please do subscribe. We are round about 300 away from 40,000 subscribers. So it's a 40K party when we get there, guys, but it's down to you how quick we get there. Please do hit the subscribe button. And all we ask, it is free of charge, but all we ask is that you hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. And of course, you can become a member of the channel by hitting the join button underneath me and Billy, and you support the channel every month that way. So thank you to everybody that has recently joined up for the membership. And of course, we do give regular prizes away to our members. Emma says, what do you think if we signed Abdoulaye Doucouré? He has been released by Everton.
Not for me.
Yeah, but if you're looking at Doucouré and Everton haven't re-signed him, why?
He was a good player about 6 years ago. He's getting on now.
Yeah, I think he's had his time. Again, you know, it's risk-free, I guess, on a free transfer, Billy, which is what, you know, Alex keeps banging on about with DCL. There isn't much risk there if we do go for a free transfer, but I would expect he'd want decent wages.
Abdoulaye Doucouré is a strange one. He looks like he's going to be the archetypal 6, bullying, etc., but he's actually better in the 10. We don't play with the 10. And if he is 35 like Graham Head would suggest he is, absolutely no.
He isn't a big enough step up from Longstaff.
If he is one, to be fair.
Who? Conor Gallagher?
No, Doucouré.
Well, I think he's talking about Gallagher, Billy, judging by the time that comment came in. Christ, I was going to say. Jazz says he's kind of like the midfield version of Muggy. I'm supposed to say Miggy. Has a lot of energy, runs around a lot, but doesn't do much.
I agree. I totally agree.
Listen, guys, to be fair, when Billy's made a decision on a player, it is very hard to convince him otherwise.
All it takes is signature on the dotted line.
Yeah. Yano says, you stick to your guns, Billy. Gallagher is shite.
Thanks, you know.
Billy says, Jason, think Conor Gallagher has Premier League experience and Champions League experience.
So, Sean Longstaff.
Oh, dear me. See, there's no budging. There's just no budging. Chris and Evermore, good evening, buddy. We should have moved for Angel Gomez on a free.
Too small. Good player, but too small.
That's just sizest, Billy, to be fair.
He's about 5 feet smaller than me.
Yes, but there's
my new height.
There's been some very, very good small players.
He's an excellent player. I do like Angel Gomez. and he looked good for another one that looked good for England. But he's about 5'2".
Yeah,
very small.
I think he wanted to stay in France, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
I think he's settled in France, and he doesn't really want to make that move. George Boyle says, trust in Billy. He knows an average player just because he's in the England setup goes for Nout.
that is, I agree with that. Thank you very much. Strangely enough, I agree with that.
Wow, there's a surprise. Stuart says we need someone of Big Joe's build and strength. We miss him too much when he isn't there.
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely not a Joe Linton type player. I'll.
No, but there aren't many of them around, are there? Let's be honest.
No, very few, very, very few. I just hope that Joe Linton. I mean, he's said in an interview last week that he's fighting fully fit now and ready to go. Chris at Evermore says Jacob Ramsey could still happen. Villa in the mud money wise.
I wouldn't mind Jacob Ramsey. I think he's an excellent player. Yeah,
but wasn't there a report out a few weeks ago from a financial expert who said Villa don't necessarily need to do it this summer? It's more next summer that they need to be aware of. So
I don't agree with that.
What about that Geordie teenager who plays for Sunderland?
Chris Rigg. I was a fan of his until I saw the way he celebrated when they won the playoff final. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think Chris Rigg's happy at Sunderland. I think dare I say, he's turned colours, Billy.
Yeah.
From what he said in interviews as well. Very strange. Adam says, hold off on Conor Gallagher and get Anderson back next window. Guys, it's not going to happen. Forest will not let Elliot Anderson go now. If they lose Morgan Gibbs-White as well, and that's a big if at the minute, but they're losing two massive players. I mean, I'm not saying that they can't go out there and replace them. Rob Edwards is the manager at Middlesbrough.
Former Luton boss. Yeah.
Paul, is Mr. Caviani okay? I think so. Yeah, he's part of the Facebook group and he's put a few comments on, so I believe he is. Martin says, could we re-sign Jeff Hendrick? Could be good in the midfield. Martin, you need to go and take your face for a rather large dump. Fubar, could a Gallagher signing be more about the name for marketing purposes, especially over in Spain?
I wouldn't have thought so.
I think that's a push, Fubar, to be honest. I don't think he's that much of a big name.
The Bellingham, Mbappe, and all them kind of players.
Yeah.
We're signing Conor Gallagher just for the marketing purposes. I mean, who's going to kind of put money in for that? L'Oreal? Harmony Hairspray?
Other hair products are available, by the way. Not that me and Billy would know. But, there you go. I wouldn't take an Everton player, says Choppy. Well, he's not an Everton player anymore, mate. He's been released. Cynical Jim says, we all love our current lineup, but look what happened to our last Champions League campaign. They can't play every game. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
But it's, there's the question. Who starts game one, Elanga or Murphy? Now, I think it'll be Elanga, and you do as well, Billy, because we're away to Villa, so it will be a counter-attacking game.
We think,
yeah. It all depends who else we sign. If we sign a couple of elite players to go and start the season, then I think we've got a really good chance of going to Villa Park and winning the game. Villa can't strengthen at the minute. I don't think they have. Have they made any signings yet? I don't think they have.
Not that I'm aware of. They usually have some kind of mutual association with Chelsea. Everyone's saying that Chelsea now with Arsenal and that, so I don't know.
Well, apparently, Billy, they are open to letting Ollie Watkins go. Now, this to me screams of we need the money. If they're willing to let Ollie Watkins go.
Yeah, but you see how much they want for him?
No.
100 million.
He's not £100 million. I'm sorry.
29 years of age.
No. I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. There's no way in God's earth Ollie Watkins is 100 million quid.
Not now. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago, maybe, in today's marketing terms.
Today's marketing, yeah, but
not now.
Speaking of free players, says Nikolai, my all-time favourite, Tagliafico is available, and we can get rid of Target.
How old's he now? How old's Tagliafico now? He's got to be 30.
Well, I don't know, Billy, but the fact is, it's a Sunday evening, and I pronounced his name right.
You did? Well done. Yeah.
That is some achievement for me. I had to look at it a few times before
I
I read it out.
I don't see him coming back to Europe again. He's back over in South America now, isn't he? So I think.
Daniela says, surely if Liverpool were going to let Elliott and Harvey Elliott go to Newcastle, they would ask Isak to do the deal. Not necessarily. It doesn't tend to work like that, Billy. I mean, we've seen a few links this summer with players wanting Newcastle players, clubs wanting Newcastle players and us wanting their players, but there's never been a sort of combined deal in there involving two players. I think it works differently now for financial purposes.
Yeah, it does, yeah. The amortization's difficult to work out if you're doing swaps. Hence why we had the Vakadimos and Alan Anderson swap, which wasn't really a swap, was it?
Well, very true. Yeah. It's like Alex was last season with Dubravka. Obviously talking about your
I've always been like Conor Gallagher. Oh, never liked him. Never liked him.
I will back Billy up with that. Whenever he's been mentioned or wherever we've we've done commentary on games or whatever, Billy has stated that he doesn't rate him. So Billy's not just saying that to cause any sort of discussion. That's his genuine feeling on it. Irish Assassin reports that Newcastle have been contacted by Šeško's camp. Should have signed him a year ago. I mean, I don't know where that is because I haven't seen that report. But I tell you what, not a bad signing, Billy. To be fair, if we got him,
yeah, absolutely, yeah, it's another one that's that we've been linked with for a long time, haven't we? So.
But if that report is coming from the website that I think it's coming from, footballfancast.com, maybe not. Maybe not.
Mr. Scouts about used to like them, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Until his unfortunate demise.
Yes, until Matthew Makismovich TV is a new member of the channel. Thank you, Matthew. Welcome to Members Club. Much appreciated. Thank you for your ongoing support. K-Max says no to Watkins, no resale value unless Saudi grabs him after. Well, we don't. We're not talking about Watkins coming to Newcastle, just that Villa are open to letting them go. What about Douglas Luiz from Liverpool?
He plays for Juventus, mate.
I think you mean
Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz, who is linked with Bayern Munich, I think.
And Barca.
And Barca, yeah. Kieran, you have had a Kistor. Thank you very much. Northern Lad says, if the club only signed 2 to 3 players this window, is that good enough for where we want or expect to be?
No, I think we need 5. We need 5.
5, yeah. I don't think we're done. There is at least 4 more to come through the door, I would imagine. When, I don't know. If we're working on one player at a time, then it's going to be through the rest of July and through the rest of August, quite frankly. But we'll just have to hope and pray that we get deals done quicker than what we've took longer to be done. We were all expecting this huge announcement video, and it turned out to be a damp squib.
I liked it.
You liked it, Billy. Yes, you did. I didn't. I thought it didn't really. I mean, when you talk about, listen, there never used to be this, did there? There never used to be all these videos to announce players. It just used to be photos and an interview with the player and saying how much he's looking forward to playing for the club, etc. And now they have to do these big fanfare announcements for every single player that comes in the door.
Photos at the stadium with a scarf above the head, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yep. Gallagher will want big wages, a starting position. It will be our 5th best midfielder, and we should not consider this move. Much better, cheaper options available, says Scotto.
Here, Scotto.
A lot of agreement for you tonight, Mr. Trey. I mean, I'm not saying sign him, by the way. I'm just doing this as the host of the show. I'm commenting on the links. Ruffian Benisian says, go for Stiller at Stuttgart before Gallagher. Better at number 6, 60 million apparently. Liverpool's supposed to be in for him, but he's wanting to see if Real would come in, could rotate.
If he's waiting for Real and
he gets Newcastle, I don't think that's going to appeal to him, to be honest. Yeah. But he is a very, very good player. Absolutely. The results of the poll, by the way. Are you ready for this, Billy?
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher, yes or no? 55% of the Newcastle United fan base would say yes to Conor Gallagher.
Fucking hell.
45, 40. Now, I have to say, like the other poll we put in the other day, I am very surprised with that, judging by the comments that we've had. Because the comments about agreeing with Billy, saying, oh, he's this, he's that. I mean, that vote has completely gone against that. So there you have it. Niall says Alanga will take 3 months to start. It's Eddie Howe.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
No, he's Premier League now. He's played in the Premier League. He's got nothing to learn about the Premier League. I definitely saw something about Watkins being 100 million price tag, says Loaf. Yeah, Billy mentioned that. Are Villa off the chops, Billy?
Well, they're the only ones. Chelsea want 100 million for Nicholas Jackson.
Yeah.
He could finish in Milky Way after not eating for 30 years, eh?
Irish Assassin says that means we have over 50% of Mackems on the thread. Sophie says it's a rotation option. I think Gallagher would be a great option, to be honest.
He definitely splits opinion, doesn't he?
Yes. Listen, stop having it go at the people that voted yes. I mean, this is, we put the poll up, and when we get a result, it's like, well, the 55% must have been Mackems, or, if they think he's a good signing, that's their opinion. I don't know. Michael says, I'm with Billy in the 45%. He's shite.
I think Stato would vote yes. Stato was a bit of a fan of
I think, yeah, Stato would probably have him, yeah. I think he did say that on Thursday, actually. Kari is back with a list of Norwegian players that we should look at.
Oh, I forgot about Oscar Bob. Yeah, maybe.
Sander Berger was linked with Newcastle United, wasn't he? Not long ago.
Where did he go in the end?
He went to the Premier League, didn't he? I'm sure he did.
I can't think of where he went.
I don't know, mate. Somebody will know. He's not somebody I've kept a track of, to be honest. I mean, Kari won't like that, but yeah. Fulham. Toon Joe says, I'm really liking the look of Alanga in these videos. Seems like a smart lad, good head on his shoulders. Think he'd be a great addition. Did you see when he went into the dressing room to meet the players, Billy? And he seemed to have a bit of a good laugh with Sven Botman. Sven was cleaning his teeth at the time and couldn't say anything because he had a mouthful of toothpaste. But there's been other photos of him having a bit of a laugh with Sven Botman. So I wonder if there's a little bit of a bromance developing there.
Well, he mentioned him in the interview, didn't he? Apparently, they knew each of them at a Portuguese training camp.
Yes.
So that's what the two of them were doing at a Portuguese training camp. Maybe it has something to do with the injury that Sven had, and maybe Alanga had one up. I don't remember him being injured, but who knows?
Paul, it's Billy's personal choice, R.E. Gallagher. He is an international player playing at the highest level.
He certainly is.
But
he shouldn't be.
Oh, Jesus Christ. John says Dubes might want to leave with World Cup in mind to be a first choice elsewhere. Well, apparently, I did see a report the other day or over the weekend saying that both Isak and Dubravka are due for talks with Eddie Howe after the Celtic game. Now, I don't know why they specifically said after the Celtic game, but that is when talks apparently are going to have with both players. Obviously, Isak about a new contract. Dubravka, I mean, it's still up in the air. I think if James Trafford came in, Billy, Dubravka probably would leave.
Well, either him or Pope, yeah, I would say so. Absolutely. I prefer it to be Vlachodimos. I mean, I don't think we can sell him because of the price we paid for him. We have to wait for the amortization on that to run out. But yeah, it's a strange side in that one, and obviously done for financial reasons, which is a ridiculous way to have to behave in today's market. It really is.
Yeah. Okay, this is interesting. What is this? Oh, another report out, Billy, about Disasi, saying that Chelsea have offered him to Newcastle. Now, I find listen, whenever I see a report like that saying that a certain club has offered a player to another club, I'm thinking, why? First of all, why would you look to offer a player rather than just transfer list him? Why are you offering that player to another club? That's a red flag for me immediately.
Do you know what's a red flag for me? Fucking watching him. He's fucking shit. Villa fans called him disaster. I mean, he virtually ruined their Champions League campaign, qualified for this season's. He gave away about 4 or 5 goals in his 7 or 8 appearances. It was absolutely dreadful for him. Yeah. And he weren't great at Chelsea before that.
Again, Billy, is there any players in the world football that you would have at Newcastle? Because it's been pretty much a big fat no for most people we've talked about tonight.
Well, Gallagher and bloody Disasi, absolutely not.
I mean, look, Gahey's still quiet. I think it's Gahey or Scalvini, that I think Newcastle are probably looking at signing. I don't foresee any other centre-backs that would be interesting.
Well, Gahey surely wants out of Palace after seeing their fucking new shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Almighty.
Look, isn't it it's horrific.
It's cheap. It's not even cheerful. It's cheap and depressing.
I mean,
it's a Macron shirt, really old-fashioned shirts.
Even where the badge is, it's up on almost on the shoulder. It's horrific. The Palace fans can't be happy with that. If there's any Palace fans in our chat, by the way, please let me know what you think of your new home shirt, because it is sickening. By the way, those of you who weren't around earlier on, we have announced the sponsorship of former Newcastle United player Giorgio Gibson, who will be playing for Chesley Street Town next season. It's a huge coup for the channel, and we are so looking forward to working with Chesley Street Town Football Club in seeing future success. A club very local to me, and of course very local to Georgia. Massive she had a massive fan base at Newcastle United. She was very, very popular. But has now decided, after being released by Newcastle, to ply her trade at Chesley Street Town. It is a huge player. She's a huge player for Chesley Street. And we are delighted to be able to sponsor Georgia. VMV is a new member of the channel as well. Thank you, VMV. Welcome to Members Club. Simon says Scalvini should be a loan with obligation to buy next summer. That way, test his fitness after the ACL and saves purchasing until next summer.
I don't think Atlanta want to sell him, let alone loan him.
Yeah, there's no way Atlanta would go for that, Simon. And like Billy says, they are putting up a brick wall at the minute. They really don't want to lose this player, and it's going to have to, I think, take a sensational offer from Newcastle.
Venetian put on an interesting one up. Charlie Cresswell, 18 million quid. Captain of kind of vice captain of the England '21 side. Looks an excellent player. 80 million quid, centre half.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Well, time will tell on that one. But that is it for tonight's show, guys. There isn't much more news about players, but thank you for putting all your comments in tonight. We like to have that interaction with you, get a few comments on the screen and talk about them. But thank you very, very much for interacting with us. As I say, give it a like and subscribe if you... I think we've got a new little thing for subscribing, Billy. There you go. Hey.
Hey up.
There you go. So please do like and subscribe. It is free of charge, of course, but all we ask is that you hit the bell, the notification bell.
Someone said we haven't mentioned Andy Carroll.
Oh, well, okay. Briefly on Andy Carroll. Stay around, guys, if you want. Andy Carroll, for me, I think hats off to him. Because I saw the interview that he did, and he stated that it just isn't for money. It's for footballing purposes. He loves being on the pitch. He loves playing football. And of course, Billy, his family are down there. He's got a young family, and it's a good move for him. 36-year-old. I think it's a 3-year contract he signed as well. But there is ambition for Dagenham and Redbridge. Don't get me wrong, because they have got I think it's a Qatari consortium taking them over. So they do have a bit of money there. But great to see Andy just wanting to play for the love of football.
I think it's great. Yeah, 36 years of age, going to play till he's 39. Back near his West Ham, where he was at West Ham. It's not far away from there. He was at Essex, East London. I mean, the Qatari consortium will be paying him a nice wage, I imagine. I don't think it's all for that. The fact he's had to, and let's remember, Andy Carroll missed an awful lot of football during his years because he was always injured. Yeah. Now he's not. He's making up for lost time, and it's a fantastic thing for him to do. And looking forward to see how he gets on at Dagenham and Redbridge. I'm not even sure what league they're in, but
I think it's the Conference South. So
it's about the 7th level, is it? Something like that?
sixth tier,
level,
something
sixth
like
level, yeah. Which is, it'll be interesting to see how they get on.
Yeah. Well, we wish Andy all the best, of course. But thank you to Mamaroo Records for continuation of sponsorship on the channel, based in Whitley Bay, for all your music needs. If you can't get into Whitley Bay itself, because they're right in the town centre, brilliant shop Steve's got there for all your historical music. The vinyl stuff that he's got there is absolutely fantastic. But if you can't get into the shop, check them out online. That's pinned near the top of the description alongside our website, thetoonreview.com. That's your place to go for all your Toon Review merchandise. If you want to get a t-shirt, or you want to get a mug, or you want to get anything, there's loads of stuff on there. Check it out. And of course, keep voting for us in the Football Content Awards for 2025. All the instructions are at the top of the show's description. Where to put us, what category, the link for the website. It is all down to you guys this year to, the judges look at what you've said about the channel, and hopefully we will get into the finals this year. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your super chats and memberships. Mods, thank you. Billy, thank you. And thank you to you guys. Fantastic viewing figures again tonight. And of course, we look forward to the sponsorship of Georgia Gibson as well. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Start of a new week. You never know with Newcastle United. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, folks, and we'll see you very soon. Good night.
How are the lads and lasses?
Come back and check out some breathing.